more than one video again today. And I remember I was gonna say I wasn't gonna do more than one video a day, but I feel like my last video was kind of forced because I was still questioning whether I wanted to do videos every day or like if I wanted to just do videos when I felt like I needed to get a message across. And I'm still unsure because I don't know. But I think it's only when I have a message across. But my reflex wants me to say every day though, because that's what's comfortable and that's what's easy. But I think it's only when I have a message. So this is my message, and just count the last video as like non-existent because it was basically repeating everything that I had already said yesterday, so it was kind of meaningless. But this video, I'm actually talking and about something new, and it's my dad. So recently in my life, there's been a lot of confusion. There's been a lot of like new beginnings, new things, and I guess like these past few years have just been a lot of like brand new, confusing, like I don't know how to begin to explain, like everything that had been happening the past like 3 or 4 years have been like so different and so new, and like I'm not used to it, and I'm like growing, but it's so fast that it's like I'm growing so fast that like my mental state is kind of like in chaos because it's like I don't know what to do. Like what do I do? Like I'm confused. Like what do we do here? And so that happens. But then there's also like me realizing that there are people in my life who I love and I've had to let go. Like my mom, for example, friends, like just people that we already know when I care about someone, I care incredibly deeply, and like never want to let them go, but sometimes you do because that's the only way that you can move on with your life and not be hurt anymore. And sometimes you don't even realize that relationships that you have are toxic or not good for you, blah blah. Like it's taken a lot for me to realize that and just be self-aware. And I'm still not there. Like I'm self-aware now to defend myself, but I'm not self-aware enough to like, I don't have enough self-awareness to have self-care and to love myself yet. I'm working on it. I'm working on it really, really difficultly and hard because for basically my entire life, I've tried helping others and have not really focused on my life because even when I was really small, like I had to take care of my cousin, and then from then on I had to take care of like certain things about me, and I just thought it was normal for me to take care of myself like on certain levels, and I just thought like that's just normal as part of like being a kid. Like your parents cannot always take care of you. But my mom's level of not being able to take care of me in certain ways was more extreme than other kids, and I didn't realize that until I got older, and then I was like, oh my god, my mom's different, like what? And I didn't want to accept that, and so I always was like, no, my mom's normal, it's fine, like everyone's mom's a little bit different, like everyone's parenting's a little bit different, and I just refused to accept that my mom was different. And then 2 or 3 years ago, when it was really, really bad, and I could not accept that my mom wasn't sick, like I just couldn't leave her, and but eventually I did, and I grew and like was self-aware enough to know that there are my vaginas out. Sorry, okay, like I'm in the bathroom, so there's like mirrors, and I'm sitting on the sink because I'm short and don't want to be sitting on the floor because the floor is super warm right now. I don't know why. The heat just science, ow. And so I'm in these shorts that are a little bit short, and I'm not wearing underwear, and there's a mirror in front of me and I was, you know, doing the squat and I could see my vagina. I was like, keep those clothes, be a lady. Like, like, I don't want to see that. Like, God. Anyways, so, oh, love how you can see my reflection too. Like, that's great. God damn, I'm not gonna fall off the sink, am I, Jesus? Please. Lord Almighty, be with me. No, I'm kidding. Atheist. Oh my god, atheist. I should not make so many Jesus jokes. Like, it's not okay. But anyways, so I have just like grown so much and I still have so much growing to do, and like I just need to like accept that I need to grow and accept that I can't always grow by myself, which I have been doing for pretty much my entire life, and I'm trying to learn how to accept people's help but not solely depend on them, because I go between two extremes. I go from being solely independent and wanting to do everything by myself and then not being able to do it and being devastated because I can't do it by myself and refusing to ask for help. Or I grow like, or I like want help from someone, but I want them to do everything for me, and like I want them to be like me, like live vicariously through them instead of doing anything myself, which neither are healthy, and I need to find balance and figure all that out, but I'm working on it. Anyways, so the reason that I'm talking about my dad, which I know I mentioned my dad and then fucking like blew up to my mom and my past. Like, yeah, sorry, I do this a lot. Like, you've been my subscriber for a little bit. Like, you should know I don't have clear thoughts. Like, they come, like, the best I can describe the way my thought process is like, imagine there's a straight line and like, oh my god, it's like a straight line, like there's just a straight line, like it's cool, and you follow a line and then you realize this line is not straight. You just thought it was straight because you were looking at that one line, and then you like broaden your range and you see tons of scribbles overlapping each other, and that is my brain. Like, my brain, you think one thought and then that like one thought, once you like open it up, like becomes thousands of thoughts and like thousands of little scribbles everywhere, and like I can't focus on just one and I have to mention all of them, otherwise I lose my mind. This is why it's so hard for me to focus as well, because like I just have so many just like, like there's so many like just thoughts like just branch off all the time, and I'm just like doo-doo-doo-doo, like just lose it. Like, okay, you need to focus. It's hard though with the little scribbles. They just like love to distract me. Okay. Anyways, so father. The reason I'm thinking about my father is because I've been thinking about him a lot lately, because a lot of the people in my life right now, like my dad, I mean, it would be really bad if my dad was talking bad about my dad, like himself. Like, what? I meant my uncle, my mom, and like, I've just come to realize that like, there's a lot of things that I don't really like about my father, and that's hard to accept because I've loved him and like kind of put him on a pedestal for as long as I can remember. I've always been like a daddy's girl. Like, I've always been like, he's my hero, like he can do anything, like he's the strongest, most smartest man ever. Yeah, well, wake up, sweetie, okay? And I'm starting to realize he's not as deserving as this pedestal as I put him on. Like, no one's deserving of a pedestal. In my eyes, everyone has their own voice. Everyone has equal right to use their voice. Everyone's different, sure. And everyone is seen different. Also, squatting and vaginas out again. I hate these shorts. Also, like, can I mention the fact that I'm wearing all white today? Like, that was a very bad idea. And I have several stains. Like, several. I don't know if you can see them on camera, but I have several stains on this t-shirt. Might even have some stains on my my shorts as well. Like, and these shorts like were given to me by my best friend from school, and she's amazing. I'm like, I love these shorts. Please don't. I don't think I stained them. I'm pretty sure. These shorts are pretty short actually, and this shirt is pretty long and baggy because literally all of my clothes are long and baggy, and so it covers it pretty well. So basically anything that I've dropped many things I've dropped, on the shirt have been caught by the shirt, not by the shorts, which is good. But still, like, this shirt is one of my favorite shirts too, and it has this so destroyed, like, it's so stained. I'm sad, but like, whatever, it's fine. But anyways, I was just realizing that my dad is not, I mean, he's a hero in his own right, and he has many good qualities about him, but it's starting to be harder and harder to see the good qualities in him, because I'm noticing all of the bad ones, like how he's homophobic, how he's so closed-minded, how he's so stubborn and prideful and just so arrogant sometimes. And he has very bad woman relationships. Like, every single woman he's been with, including my mom, has been almost like a fling. Even though he's been married to them, like, he still treats it like a fling, and like will just, anytime they get too close to him or something, or they do something he doesn't like, he forsakes them and just like abandons them and is like incredibly rude to pretty much all of them. And I'm just realizing this and being like, wow, like, my dad is incredible. Like, he saved lives because he's in the army, he's in the medical field, he's a medic. He's done incredible things, but he's also done incredible bad things. And it's become like apparent to me that I've pretty much my entire life seen him in this like bright, shining light. But the thing is, everything that has light has a shadow. And I am seeing his shadow, and it's dark, and it's scary, and I feel terrible because I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm losing respect for my father, and it's incredibly difficult to lose respect for a parent or anyone that you care about because you love them. You don't want to lose respect for them because that's part of love, is respecting someone. And I'm losing respect to him because his character is just so flawed. I mean, everyone's characters are flawed, but like, just the amount of things that my dad has done, just, or is doing, and just like how selfish he is sometimes, I'm not even gonna lie, most times, is mind-blowing. And yet he's so nice to me, and like, we have this incredible connection. I love him. Like, he's one of the people that I love the most in my life, but he's also one of the people that I least respect in my life as well right now, because I'm noticing these things about him that I don't want to notice, and I wish I couldn't notice, but at the same time I'm glad, because it's made me realize that like, not everyone is as they seem, and not everyone is perfect. And I mean, that sounds ridiculous and super cheesy, but it's true. And like, I thought he was like this, not perfect, but like, I thought he was like this amazing man who I could look up to and love and like always respect. And I'm realizing that it's not always that way. And he's done some amazing things, but he's also done some pretty terrible things, and is doing those pretty terrible things right now. And he doesn't even realize that they're bad. And I want to shout him out on it and be like, dude, like, I see you doing these things that are wrong, and they're so wrong, and I can see you hurting people and not giving a shit, and it pains me because he's always been my hero, and here I see him just walking over people and not giving any shits. And it hurts because that is the type of person that I hate. Like, I hate those kind of people, and I fear becoming one of those people. And one of the men that I've respected in my life forever has become, like, I've realized is like that. And it's jarring, and it's terrifying, and like, I don't want to accept it, but I have to. And it's like, I want to help him, but he's so proudful, and like, he still sees me as his little girl, and our relationship is still based off of me being a little girl. Like, I act a little bit more immature around him, a little bit more goofy than I normally do. Like, a lot of my little epiphanies and my little messages and my little, like, very liberal, like, profound, like, feelings that I have, I can't express to him because he doesn't understand. He's so close-minded, and he still sees me as his little girl, so he doesn't want to accept that I'm almost an adult. And I have my own opinions, and I have my own lot in life. Like, I have, like, not, like, I mean, I've had my piece of the world given to me, and I've realized that, and I know that I'm growing, and I've come up with my own principles and, like, rules to abide by in my own life. And I don't think he's realized that. I think he's still thinking I'm like this little malleable little piece of plywood that he can just form into whatever he wants because I'm still his little girl. And that's not true. There are things that he does that I despise, that I don't agree with whatsoever. And I'm too afraid to talk up because I don't want to face his rejection and I don't want to face his ridicule. And that's like really like shocking and sad to me because like I love him so much, but I can't speak up. And I want to, like, but my love is holding me back. And like, I know that me speaking up and telling him point blank is out of love, but I don't think he's ready for it because he still sees me as a little girl, and I want to tell him I'm a little girl. I always will be your little girl because I love you and like we have this incredible relationship. But I'm also more than that, okay? And we have very differing opinions that I choose not to speak because I don't want to have conflict with you. But you're not always right, and I'm not always wrong. So, like, just, I wish that I could tell him so much, but I don't want to because I don't want him to reject me and I don't want him to, like, I don't want to lose him. But then there's also the ticking time bomb that I know is coming because as much as I speak like, oh my god, I'm almost an adult, like, look at me. I also am terrified of becoming an adult because it means more responsibilities, but it also means my secret has to come out. And, you know, we've talked about this, like, when I turn 18, like, my birthday is going to be a big moment for me. I'm going to dye my hair, I'm going to get my first tattoo, one of many that I hope to have. And I'm going to come out to everyone. Like, I'm going to come out to, like, everyone in my family that I possibly can, and anyone that I care about that I haven't told already, I'm going to tell and be like, yo, I'm pansexual, like, get over it, like, hi, you know, I like guys, girls, and non-binary pals. Sorry, what's his name? There's this new YouTuber. He's not new, but he's been around for a while. He started out as Vine, and then he's now a YouTuber. But I love him. I don't remember his name, though. God damn it. Fuck. He's so good, though. Oh, I just made a reference to what his outro is, but ooh, I know his name. I know it. I just can't remember it. Ugh, frustrating. Okay, anyways. So, you know, eventually I'm going to have to deal with my dad's reject and his ridicule and his hate to what I am and my opinions and, like, who I am as a person and not just what he thinks I am as a person because I'm not just his daughter. Sure, that is a big part of me and I will always be his daughter and I love him, but I'm more than just his daughter, and I'm more than just a child who still has like a little sponge-like brain who absorbs everything that she's given to and is going to be a complete replica of him. I'm not going to be like that. I was not raised by him primarily. I was raised by my mom, and a lot of that time when I was raised by my mom, I was neglected, so I had to take care of myself. So I have my own, like, life lessons that I've gone through by myself, and it hasn't affected him, and he doesn't know about it. And I don't particularly want to tell him because I'm afraid of his rejection because I know he doesn't agree with it. I know clearly he's stated many, many, many times differing opinions on mine that I want to tell him because if it were anybody else telling me this shit, I would fucking put them in their place. But because it's my dad and I love him so much and I don't want to lose his respect for me, I don't want to speak up. And it pains me so much because as much as I enjoy spending time with my dad, I also have this guilt because I'm holding back from him. And it's because of him that I'm holding back, but it doesn't change the guilt that I have. And I know eventually I'm going to have to tell him, and I'm going to have to reveal everything, and he's going to reject me, and I'm just going to have to deal with that. And I just don't want it to be now. I just want to enjoy the time that we have together, even though it's going to be guilt-ridden and I will always be holding back from him. I feel like it's better. I'm lying through my fucking teeth, okay? I think it's easier because I don't want to face his rejection too early. And I'm afraid. And I'm not just afraid of him, I'm afraid of how our relationship is gonna be once I realize who I am to him. Because I'm not lying to him. Well, lying by omission, technically. But like, I am real with him because I'm his daughter. I'm just not revealing everything about me to him because I know he's gonna reject that. And I don't wanna deal with that. And I'm afraid of that. And so that's why I'm holding back. I'm not holding back because I think it's gonna be better for him, his and I relationship, because I know it's probably going to make it worse because holding back never makes anything better, but it's easier, so I want to hold back. But it's also convenient because he's in Honduras, like doing his own thing, so he's away from me. And then also when I go to visit him in Honduras, we're going to be too busy with his work and my tourist time with him, so I'm not going to be able to tell him. But then when he comes back, I'll be able to tell him without like anything. But also, like, I want to hold on to it and hold on to our relationship until I'm 18 because I want to keep it how it is, even though there are so many secrets and like lying by omissions on my side. Like, I still want to be in our little happy bubble. And I'm realizing more and more that this happy little bubble is ignorance, and a lot of it has been ignorance on my part. And now that I'm realizing this, it's getting harder and harder to pretend with him. And I know that speaking up is going to be harder and harder to control because I have realized like these things about me and I can't hold them back, and I don't want to anymore. And this fear is holding me back, and I want to chase it away, but I at the same time want to keep it because the fear stays comfort, and the fear whispers like comfort and saying like the same, and like this relationship will be ruined if you speak up, blah 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 blah. And like it's frustrating, and like there's also the convenience of time, and it's just difficult. And like but I'm gonna have to speak up eventually. The time is now to speak up because I've realized it now. Well, fully realized it now and like want to speak up to him, but it's not the time. He's in Honduras. Like, I'm not gonna like I think I'm just gonna do it subtly, like piece by piece, just reveal more and more of myself to him. And maybe he'll start changing for the better, and maybe he'll be stuck in his ways and reject everything that I have to give to him. But either way, it'll be better for me, so I just need to think about that. And so yeah, this has been weighing a little bit heavy on me, so I thought I would talk about it because it's important to me, and it should be important to you because, I don't know, maybe someone else is dealing with something similar to this and they need to have something to relate to or like know like how others are dealing with it, because I'm trying to deal with it. So yeah.